It's important for the employees to know that they're going to have some retirement income security for the rest of their life.
The City of Denver employs thousands of people. It's important someone is checking the city's math for the sake of our pension funds.
Well, recently I decided to work with a third-party actuary to examine the city's pension plan, known as the Denver Employee Retirement Plan, or DERP. This examination found the city is accurately calculating what it would take to fully fund the pension plan in 20 years. That is good news for the thousands of people who are relying on DERP for retirement security in their future. A number of assumptions go into funding of a retirement plan like this. There are economic assumptions, and then there are what we call demographic assumptions. Economic assumptions are how much money is the portfolio going to earn on an annual basis, how much inflation will take away from those earnings on an annual basis. Demographic assumptions include the growth in payroll, mortality rates for people, people are living longer. All those have to be meshed together to come up with what kind of dollars have to be put in by both the employees and the employer on a regular basis to assure that those dollars are there to pay the retirement benefits for almost 10,000 people that are drawing retirement benefits today. And there's another 9,000 people that are active employees that are paying into DERP. Currently, the Denver Employee Retirement Plan is about 62% funded. The plan that has been put in place is to pay off the unfunded liability in 20 years. I think that's a very positive way to pay it off. I mean, think of it as paying off your mortgage. A lot of us get a 30-year mortgage. Some people want to pay it off sooner, and that's what Denver's doing, is paying off that bill sooner. Right now the plan is for the city and the city employees to increase the contributions going into the Denver Employee Retirement Plan. Eventually, Denver employees will be putting about 10% of their salary into the Denver Employee Retirement Plan, and the city's funding is going up proportionately also. I think that's a positive step to get rid of the unfunded liability. More funds would be available in the future after that unfunded liability is paid off to potentially be used for things like cost of living increases. I mean, it leaves a lot of options open for the administration and the city council to make changes on behalf of the participants and the beneficiaries. I know 10% may sound like a lot of one's salary because in addition we're paying into Social Security. But for what the Denver Employee Retirement Plan provides to every employee in the city and county of Denver, you could not buy that on the street for 10% of your salary.
The city is meeting all statutory requirements, and that keeps our investment in our future healthy.
The actuary found the key valuation results appropriate, positive. They were reasonable, they're accurate. That's all good news for Denver. That's all good news for Denver employees. There were some small changes that they made, recommendations to help improve the valuation report in future years, a more transparent explanation for the assumption and calculations used, especially for sick and vacation hours, retiree medical election percentage. They also recommended more transparency related to the calculation of the determined contribution for each year. That's the amount both the city and the city employees must contribute to the fund. Unfunded liabilities for public pension plans across the country are significant problems. And having a path to fully funded in 20 years makes our plan more resilient. Denver's out in front of this one before it becomes a big problem. I think we're dealing with it appropriately. Well, that's it for this episode of Ask the Auditor. If you have a question you'd like to ask, submit it to auditor@denvergov.org. And maybe your question will be the next question we answer on the next episode of Ask the Auditor.